So let's get into today's meditation, everybody. I'm bring the music back in a second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the music while we listen to this track. So listen, everybody. I don't have my glasses, so I gotta do this joint right here. Embrace change is what this says. Embrace change. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. See right at the top, it says embrace change. Can you see it on this camera? No, you can't. The print is too fine. Anyway, embrace change. Part of the symbolism of yin and yang, as you can see the yin and yang on the back of this card, part of the symbolism of yin and yang is that of dynamic change. Gaze at the image on the other side of this card and think about how wholeheartedly you embrace change in your life. If you feel reticent about change, consider how in the Eastern philosophy, it is a necessary and natural part of living. If we allow change to happen without resisting or struggling against it, our lives will take on a greater sense of tranquility. Embrace change, everybody. Embrace change. Did y'all hear that? Did you take that in? Were you able to digest that real quick? Do I need to read it again? Huh? Did we get that? Embrace change. Part of this symbol is all about dynamic change. Change and embracing it, and your life goes easier. That's this morning's moment of clarity. Embrace change, everybody. Change is inevitable and constant. Nira 29 says. Tanisha Abney got that. Yes, indeed. Danny Blanco got that. What up, Danny Blanco? Why I want to hear the twins this morning, yin and yang. That's change. It's change, namaste. I bow down. Good morning, Dottie. Embrace change, everybody. Anyway, that's the moment of clarity. Now, back to me and this hair in my throat. Yeah, I don't like, and for the record, I don't like it when it's bald. But I guess in accepting change, if it is presented to me clean shaven, I will accept that. I'm from the 80s when it still had hair. You know, but now that's not in style. And so I have to embrace the change. I have to embrace the change of got to embrace the change of you know what it is. Anyway, embrace change, everybody. That's today's message. So, first of all, we do have to say a rest in peace to Traci Braxton, in case y'all did not know. Our sister Traci Braxton transitioned over the weekend. She had been battling cancer for a while, and she has moved on. She's transitioned. She's passed away. Traci Braxton of the Braxton family, and I'm sure y'all remember her on Braxton Family Values. We're gonna, send condolences to the Braxton family and to Traci's husband. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. And so the war in Ukraine is still going on. As we wake up on this Monday, get your black ass up. And Jussie Smollett got that 150 days in jail. And I wanted to tell y'all a story about when I met Jussie Smollett. I actually didn't just meet him. I met him and kicked it with him for a while. And we actually sat in my truck. It was me, a colleague of mine from radio, and Jussie Smollett. and he was doing an event here. He was performing, I believe, and we smoked a blunt. Jussie Smollett smoked a blunt in the back of my car, in the back of my truck. And watching this, so for me, watching this whole thing play out has been kind of surreal. Because I know him as a dude who smoked blunts. Like, and let me put this in context. I met Jussie Smollett about 2 weeks before he announced to the world that he was out. And so, you know, somebody said, be careful how you say you kicked it with Jussie Smollett. I did. Man, please. I ain't thinking about that shit. I know what I am. I know, and I have plenty of people I hang around with that are LGBTQ, whatever. Anyway, so we sat there and we talked about music and career and all that other stuff. And about 2 weeks later, he was sort of forced to say that he was out. Remember that? Remember he was on Empire. It might have been Empire's first season, going into the second season, and they kind of the media kind of made it come out of whether he was straight or gay or whatever. And I sat there and kicked it with him. He talked real shit. He knew who I was. When we met, he knew who I was from the Rap City days. So he walked up like, oh, it's like the For Real Joe Clair type shit. You know what I mean? And it was super cool. You know what I'm saying? It was super, super, super cool. No shit. Right? I know it's popular right now. It's popular to point the finger or to keep him in a negative light, but that's not the guy I met. You know, and I ain't gonna do that. He ain't never say no shit about me. I ain't about to say no shit about him. Right? So I kicked it with Jussie. I kicked it with him, smoked a blunt. Me, my homegirl, and Jussie. They were friends, and so I just got introduced to him. And then you know how I go with weed. This is back when I was smoking weed. And you know how I go with weed. Oh, you got some weed? Oh, I got some weed. You don't smoke? Oh, I smoke. Blah, blah, blah. Well, let's smoke something then. And so we smoked something. Ebony Francis says, do you believe him? Now, here's where it gets